Peace, family. Welcome back to supersfarm, or welcome to supersfarm. If this is your first time joining us, we are very grateful to have you with us. So today I have you set up on the tripod because I found that when I try to hold the phone, and do a selfie type video, it's still psychologically uncomfortable. It's still in my brain very apparent that I'm talking to a screen, and as a new YouTuber, I just have not adjusted to feeling awkward when I do that. But I found the last time when I used this tripod, it was more comfortable. I love teaching. That's probably number one of my passions, and I am a very expressive teacher, so I like to use my hands, and I can get animated if need be. So I have you on the tripod today. But what I'm doing today is just walking around our property and seeing what type of plants or weeds we can scavenge for the chickens. With everything going on these days, everyone's thinking about alternative ways to possibly feed their livestock if need be. But even if that wasn't going on, it's still a good idea to be familiar with what's growing on your property. And fortunately or unfortunately, our lawnmower is broken, and we're not in a position right now to have it repaired. We actually got it secondhand. It's a ride-on lawnmower that we got secondhand, and we knew we were going to have to do some repairs at some point. So Super's actually trying to figure out a solution for that. But in the meantime, all this neat stuff has been popping up on our property, and I use this app called Picture This, and the app helps you identify whatever type of plant that you take a picture of. And what I usually do is take that app, and then also I have some books that I like to use. And of course, the good old googly to see what type of plant it is, if it has any medicinal properties, if it's safe for my chickens or my goat or even us to consume. And then I've just been throwing it to the chickens for the most part, and they'll nibble here and there on a lot of the different types of plants, but they really like to just scratch through it and find if there's any bugs in there. So that's fun to watch them do that as well. So we're gonna go ahead and just kind of look around a couple of different areas on our property, and we hope you enjoy. Maybe you'll be able to identify some things growing on your property. Okay, just in this small little patch here, I already see about 4 or 5 different things that I could pick and give to the chickens. Let's talk about it. This is burrweed, or bendy weed, B-I-N-D-I, and it kind of grows like a carrot. So you've got to get the whole kind of like bush and then reach, kind of deep. So you make sure you get the roots out. And I'm just going around picking these out because the chickens will eat it. So got some dianthus growing in this bed here. I've got some thyme and sage. There's a little blackberry I'm hoping will excuse me, trellis, catch this trellis, be glorious is the plan. But that's all I'm doing. Some of these weeds, are great for the chickens. So they also like plantain or plantain. Let me show you what that looks like. So this is plantain, and I give this to the chickens as well. And the same thing, I try to get underneath the plant, otherwise you'll just pull a bunch of leaves up. Get underneath the plant so you get the whole roots out. And I just throw that to the chickens. Okay, so in this little patch, we've got a little patch of some mock strawberries. They're little bitty berries and they grow wild. I give those to the chickens as well. Some people feel like strawberries could be poisonous, but I don't give them that much. It's more of like a little occasional treat as I find them and feel like pulling them up. This is geranium. And it's everywhere. And this looks like it's going to be a dandelion. I'm going to go ahead and pull that as well. So, I mean, look, more strawberries over here. Kind of mixed in with the bendy weed. We got some purslane. Chickens will eat that as well. So just picking them a little snack because they have eaten all of the greenery out of their run. And I will occasionally give them, like if I have leftover kitchen scraps and stuff, I'll come out here and throw it to them. But it's just a little snack. Sorry, I know the wind is loud. And on the way out, let me show you guys this oat grass. So I fed the chickens and left the bag of oats in the wheelbarrow, and I actually forgot about it and went and bought another bag of oats. But anyway, this little patch here started sprouting in the bag. So I cut the bottom part of that out and I planted it in this bucket. And then I went ahead and sowed some more. So that's what this is. This is kind of an experiment. But that will definitely be some fodder for the chickens as well. That's pretty cool. And one more thing. Look at all these blossoms. It did this last year, but I didn't get any mandarins. So hopefully we'll get some this year. That's pretty cool. This plant is called a lyre leaf sage. It's an interesting name, L-Y-R-E, leaf sage. And I've got a small little patch here. And it grows all over our property. Lyre leaf sage is an edible. You can dry it and make a tea. I haven't done it personally, but it's said that it tastes like mint. So I will definitely be trying it, because it is coming up everywhere. You know, I guess that's one of the benefits to having a broken lawnmower. All this fun stuff is coming up. Alright, so going back to that original patch here, you can't talk about fodder for the chickens without talking about clover. Hello ladies. Alright, so I'll just throw this in there and they can scratch through it. Sometimes they find little bugs. They just kind of do their thing. I need to go get a couple more buckets so everybody has some fun. Alright, Zora's beat. We've been walking around this property finding goodies for the chickens. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time. Peace and blessings from Supersfarm.